Chidinma stood at the stove making dinner when her son asked, "Mama, what's my name?" She opened her mouth, nothing came out. She stared at him, her own child, and her mind was completely blank. "Mama," his voice got smaller, "you okay?" She blinked. "Chidi, your name is Chidi." "You had to think about it." He walked away. She turned off the stove, walked to the bathroom, locked the door, slid down the wall. She'd just forgotten her own son's name. That's when she knew she was dying from the inside out. 5 a.m., her phone lit up before her eyes even opened. "Prayer group, can you late this morning?" "Husband, where are my work shirts?" "Mother, call me, it's your brother again." "Church, can you organize Sunday hospitality?" "Sister, I need you to babysit, emergency." She counted 17 requests before she'd even brushed her teeth. Not one "good morning," it's not one "how are you?" Just, "what can you do for me?" She got up, led the 5:30 a.m. prayer call, made breakfast, packed 3 lunches, found missing homework. Her husband came down at 7:15, kissed her forehead without looking, grabbed the plate she'd made. "Did you pay the electric bill?" Not "good morning," not "thank you." Just, "did you pay the electric bill?" She watched him leave and felt nothing. Wednesday night, Bible study she'd been leading for 4 years. A new woman raised her hand. "Sister Chidinma, how do you do it all? 3 kids, full-time job, always serving. What's your secret?" Everyone leaned in, waiting for inspiration. Chidinma's mouth opened, the practiced answer ready, "God gives me strength." What came out instead? "I don't do it all, I'm dying." Silence. "I wake up exhausted. I go to bed exhausted. I can't remember the last time someone asked what I needed, only what they needed from me." Her voice cracked. "I'm not put together, I'm falling apart, quietly, so no one has to be inconvenienced by my breakdown." Someone gasped. "Yesterday I forgot my son's name, my own child, because my brain is so full of everyone else's needs that I'm disappearing." She stood up. "I'm sorry, I have to go." She walked out while 17 women sat in stunned silence. One of them recorded it, posted it online. By morning, 2 million views, comments flooded in. "This is me. I felt this in my soul. I'm crying because I thought I was the only one." Chidinma drove straight to a hotel, texted her husband one sentence. "I won't be home tonight or tomorrow, I'm safe, I just can't." His response lit up her screen. "What about the kids? What about?" She powered off her phone, checked into a room, locked the door, sat on the bed. And felt nothing, no guilt, no panic, just emptiness. She slept for 18 hours straight. When she woke up, her phone was still off. She kept it that way. Ordered room service, ate an entire meal without being interrupted, nobody asking for anything. Took a 2-hour bath, no one pounding on the door. And in the silence, something terrifying happened. She heard her own voice, the one she'd silenced for years. "I don't want to lead that prayer group. I don't want to host Sunday dinners. I don't want to be everyone's default solution. I want to matter as a person, not just as a function." She stayed there for 3 days. When she finally came home, her husband was furious. 3 days, Chidinma, you abandoned us for 3 days." She set down her bag, looked at him calmly. "The house is still standing. The kids are alive. You figured it out. Congratulations. You just proved you don't actually need me for every single thing. You've just been choosing not to help." "That's not. It is. The fact that this house fell apart in 3 days means I've been doing the work of 3 people, and none of you noticed until I stopped." She walked past him. "Things are changing. I'm stepping down from everything. Prayer group, hospitality, Sunday dinners, being everyone's on-call therapist. I'm done." "People will talk." "Let them. I'd rather be talked about than dead from exhaustion." "What will the pastor say?" She turned slowly. "You want to know what's pathetic? Your wife just had a mental breakdown, and your first question is what people will think. Not are you okay, not how do I help, just what will people think. That tells me everything I need to know about why I'm dying." Her pastor called the next day. Sister Chidinma, I heard about your episode at Bible study and disappearing for 3 days. People are concerned. Concerned or inconvenienced? Silence. Pastor, I had a breakdown, a real one. I forgot my child's name. I haven't slept more than 5 hours in years. I'm serving everyone and dying inside. But sister, service is. Don't give me the service is sacrifice speech. Jesus rested. Jesus withdrew. Jesus said no to crowds. If the Son of God needed boundaries, why can't I? I just worry you're letting people down. I've been letting myself down for 18 years. I'm done. She hung up. The pastor called an emergency elders meeting about her rebellious spirit. She didn't show up. Her first therapy session, Dr. Ifananya didn't waste time. Tell me when you learned that love equals usefulness. Chidinma's eyes widened. What? You heard me. When did you learn that if you stop being helpful, you stop being loved? The question cracked something open. I was 12, my dad left, my mom fell apart, someone had to hold things together. So you did. Someone had to. And you never stopped. Chidinma's voice broke. I don't know how to stop. Because stopping feels like dying, but Chidinma, you're already dying. The you that had dreams, dead. The you that rested, dead. The you that existed outside of what you could do for others, dead. Tears came, hard. You're not having a breakdown. You're breaking asterisk, through years of conditioning that told you your worth is your productivity. That's not biblical, that's trauma. So what do I do? You practice being a person instead of a function. You learn that no is a complete sentence. You let people be disappointed, and you stop lighting yourself on fire to keep everyone else warm. Her mother called, furious. Your sister said you refused to babysit, after everything she's done for you. Mama, I'm not free childcare. If she needs a sitter, she can hire one. But family helps family. Family also doesn't exploit family. Goodbye, Mama. She hung up, didn't feel guilty, felt free. Her husband learned to cook, took kids to appointments, did his own laundry. Her kids actually bonded with their father, because he had to be present. She took a pottery class, read books for fun, had coffee with a friend and talked about things that weren't problems to solve. She went to church when she wanted, left when she was tired, led nothing. People whispered she didn't care. Because for the first time in 18 years, she wasn't drowning. A year later, a women's conference invited her to speak. She walked onto the stage, looked at 3,000 women. I forgot my son's name. The room went dead silent. Not because I don't love him, because I was so full of everyone else's needs that I didn't have room left for my own children. That's when I knew I was dying, not dramatically, not visibly, just slowly erasing myself one yes at a time. She paused. We've been lied to, told that godly women are endlessly available, that boundaries are selfish, that rest is earned by finishing everything, which you never will. But that's not scripture, that's abuse. Her voice grew sharp. God didn't rest on the 7th day because he was tired. He rested to show us it's necessary. If the creator of the universe needed rest, who are you to think you don't? I stopped everything, prayer groups, committees, Sunday dinners, being everyone's therapist. People said I was backsliding, selfish, abandoning my calling. You know what I call it, survival. The room exploded in applause. So here's your permission slip. Stop, right now, today, not when you've earned it, not when everything's done. Now. Disappoint people, let them call you selfish. Let them be uncomfortable, because your life is not meant to be spent proving your worth through exhaustion. You can't pour from an empty cup, you can't serve from an empty soul, and God never, never asked you to destroy yourself in his name. So rest, guilt-free, unapologetic, holy rest. Women stood, wept, some walked out immediately to go home and set boundaries. The speech got 10 million views in 3 days. 3 weeks after the conference, Chidinma got a message from a stranger. I watched your speech. I was planning to end my life tonight. I'm 42, 3 kids, church leader, everyone's go-to person, and I'm so tired I don't want to wake up anymore. Your speech made me realize I'm not crazy. I'm just human. I checked into a hotel. I'm resting. For the first time in 20 years. Thank you for saving my life. Chidinma read it 3 times, cried. then responded, "You didn't need saving. You needed permission to be human. I'm so glad you gave yourself that gift. Rest well, sister." That message, and hundreds like it, confirmed what she'd learned. Her breakdown wasn't failure, it was awakening. And her rest, it wasn't selfish. It was the most spiritual thing she'd ever done. 2 years later, Chidinma sat on her porch. Her daughter came out. "Mama, remember when you used to forget our names?" Chidinma winced. "You remember that?" "Yeah, it scared me, but I get it now. You weren't there because you were everywhere else." "I'm sorry, baby." "Don't be, you fixed it, you came back, and Mama." "Yeah, I'm not going to make the same mistake. When I grow up, I'm going to have boundaries. I'm going to say no, I'm going to rest." Chidinma pulled her close, cried. "Then I did something right." That night, she wrote one final thing. "I died trying to be everything for everyone, and in that death I found life, real life, where rest isn't earned, where no is holy, where being human is enough. I'll never go back to that prison, ever." If you're exhausted, stop. Not next week, not when things calm down, now. Rest is not rebellion, it's obedience. Boundaries are not selfish, they're sacred. And if people are disappointed, let them be. Because your life is worth more than their convenience. Stop dying for their approval. Start living for your peace. Scripture references. "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. By the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing, so on the seventh day he rested. Genesis 2:2. Even youths grow tired and weary, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Isaiah 40:30-31. He makes me lie down in green pastures, he leads me beside quiet waters, he refreshes my soul. Psalm 23:2-3.